Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another pick a card reading here at Tarot with your girl coming at you with the what's the tea on you, what's the gossip. Let's find out. These are always fun to do just to see what's going on in the outside world. As you guys know, these are general readings, so please keep that in mind as we move forward, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with you and get you out more resonant readings. I do just want to take a quick moment to thank anyone and everyone that has supported my channel in any one way, shape, or form. You all are so incredible, and I'm so blessed to have each and every one of you here. If you are new, welcome. Just a reminder here that we are all human, and you are welcome in this here now here moment exactly as you are. I pray that this is a safe space for us all to connect and unite as one and to bring this world into a much higher vibrational state. Awesome. So if you are interested in supporting the channel further, following me on over to Scatter Love Radio, which is my podcast on Spotify and Anchor FM, or if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you will find all the links down below in the description box. As for personal readings, I do just want to put out there that I am limiting the number of readings to 10 per week for right now, as I did get overwhelmed, and it is first come, first serve. They do fill up quickly, so if you send me an email, I will let you know how many spots are left, and I will get you out further information from there. Okay, so with that, I believe that's everything that we need to go over. Oh, if you are interested in following me on my podcast, just know that no topic is safe from me. I will talk about them all. And as of uploading this, the current topic is actually on fault and accountability and how victimization actually prevents us from living the life of our dreams. And I go over a story about myself where I played the victim and how I expected everyone else to change. And it took a while for me to realize that that's not how it works. So that is going to be there for you. Awesome. Let us go ahead and get into the prayer and start your reading. Let's get it, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here today. Today is a really good day. So hope you all are having a blessed day. I know what I'm going to pray for. Maybe. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this video. I ask first and foremost that you bless each and every one of them with love, with grace, with mercy, with the truth of your unconditional love. And opening into that to help us see that we're not victims, but that we are truly strong, that we have a courage that lies within us, the spirit of you that is directing us through each and every moment of each and every day. And that if we lean into that we can find that value of ourselves and respect ourselves and not allow situations that cause us harm to be something that is present in our lives. And that those that are difficult for us to let go of, Source, I ask that you bring in assistance for those of us that are struggling to let go of situations that aren't serving us, because we are human and we do make mistakes, and that's a part of how you created us, and that's why you love us so much. You're here for us to provide us assistance and to provide us with love, and more importantly, to provide us with the knowledge that we are not alone. Source, I ask that you give this truth to each and every one of my fellow humans here. But on that, I also ask that you provide them with peace and comfort in these trying times. For all of us are struggling at this moment with something. There's something going on that we're all struggling with. And there's something that none of us are talking about in this moment. And it's that something that I ask that you provide guidance, clarity, strength, and courage to deal with, to face, and to overcome. With your strength, we'll overcome anything. You promised that you wouldn't forsake us. And we're asking for a sign in this time, my beloved Source. I ask that you give it to each and every one of us who are open to receive it. As these words are spoken unto this space and unto this reading, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that is a really long little... Oh, cool. It didn't even want to come off. That's alright. That's okay. It's alright. I don't remember what this incense is. Let me see. I don't know. It just smells so good. Oh, it's Wind. It's Wind by Hosley. I love these incense. They're really good. If you guys are wanting good incense, check them out. They're really good. They burn really well. You know, sometimes you get those incense that only burn halfway and then they go out. Yeah, no. These burn all the way. So today we are going to choose a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I love this deck. It's been a while since I brought out my more intense deck, so it's about time. I still have some new decks that I'm playing with that I'm not yet ready to reveal, but I'm excited because one of them is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So soon it will be revealed. Make sure you guys keep following me so that you are able to see that. So for pile number 1 source, what oracle card will help us understand better what is the tea? What's the gossip for pile number 1 source? What's the gossip on pile number 1? What oracle card will help us understand better what is the gossip for pile number 1? Okay, I want that one. Thank you. Whoa! Okay, and for pile number 2 source, what is the gossip for pile number 2? What oracle card will help us understand better what is the gossip on pile number 2? Okay, it's that one. Thank you. And for pile number 3 source, what oracle card will help us understand better what is the gossip for pile number 3? What is the gossip for pile number 3 source? Okay, what oracle card will help us better understand what is the gossip for pile number 3? What is the gossip on pile number 3? Okay, it's this one. Thank you. Master number 11 on the bottom, diving for light. So I feel like overall for the collective, it is just about how much you are coming into the light, coming into your light attributes. And that's something that people are talking about. You know what? And they should talk about it. Why? Because I can't. No, because it's when you come into the light that you give others permission to come into the light. Okay, so this one flipped out. I'm going to choose some stickers. I can't see them, so they're like this. I'm just letting you know. I have no idea what they are. Okay, so for... Oh, they want that one on 3. My bad. And for pile 2 source. Oh, okay, it came out. Whoa. 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 Alright. Because I love these stickers. This is the whole reason I got them, was for readings, not to use, but for readings. Maybe one day I'll use them, who knows. Okay. So for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful, gigantic piece of amethyst to choose from. Like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, for pile number 2, we have this beautiful rock to choose from. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful, this is an angel light geode. See if I can get some of the sparklies. There we go. There's a little bit of the sparklies. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. With that being said, I will see you over on your perspective pile. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to pile number 1 during the shuffle, this sticker, or if you were drawn to this beautiful piece of amethyst, this is going to be your reading on what is the gossip on you, or what's the tea on you. Let's go ahead and spill it, y'all. Put that, I don't know, let's see, maybe right there? No, right there. I'll figure it out. We'll put that over there. We'll check that out later. Okay. So first things first. First, the dice. Let's get the dice going. Okay. So we'll ask the dice first. We'll get some more information here. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel, receiving a personal reading, or following me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio on Spotify or Anchor, you will find all those links down below in the description box. Keeping in mind that as for a personal reading, I am limiting the amount of personal readings that I'm doing each week to 10 right now, knowing that those spots do fill up rather quickly. So shoot me an email. I'll let you know how many spots are left for the week and get you out further information. It is first come, first serve. Okay. So I believe that is everything. Oh, if you are interested in the podcast, as of uploading this video, the current podcast is actually about fault and accountability, how we have a tendency to blame others for everything that's going on, and what that causes in our life, and how when we take responsibility for ourselves instead of expecting others to take accountability for what they did, it allows us an opportunity to grow and to change our perspective and to let go of the hurt and the pain that we've experienced, okay? So you will find that link down below to follow me on over there. So let's go ahead and get into reading and ask the dice. Source, what is the gossip on pile number 1? What's the tea? Spill the tea for us, Source. What's going on? What is the gossip on pile number 1, Source? What is the gossip for pile number 1? What's going on? So we've got the second house, Libra, and Saturn energy. Okay, so people are gossiping about your money. I apologize. This fly, he is just chilling with us on the reading today. So cool. Welcome, fly. You know, the flies are such a trippy, I don't know why I'm talking about flies, but persistence, I feel like, because flies are very persistent. Like, you swat at them and they still come back, right? Like, they're just like, oh, cool, it's a game. They're going to swat at me. I'm going to bug the crap out of them. And so really, that's what's going on. I feel like it's because you're persistent, and that's why the fly is chilling with us right now. So, especially with the second house coming in here, we're talking about finances, your income, your business, right? Self-esteem, your material desires, your work ethic, your values, your daily routines, the things that you enjoy, your comfort, your self-care, your priorities, your luxuries in life. Plus we have Libra energy. This is very Venusian energy, right? Very magnetized energy. And so people are gossiping about how magnetized you are right now and how much you have had to sacrifice and how disciplined you've become through those sacrifices, right? Your self-care is literally your self-discipline. It's like there's no differentiation here. It's like you're disciplined because that's what makes you see how much you care about yourself. So that could be working out, but that could be if you own a business, showing up every day and having the resilience and the accountability for yourself to show up every day. Even when you don't want to, you still show up and you still work hard and you put forth the effort and you're still putting in that, you know, work that needs to be done, right? I hear that song, work, 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 work. Like, yeah, you're always working. You're always doing what's necessary. And you're building yourself up. You know, when we talk about Saturn, it can deal with our fame. And it's connected to the 10th house. It's also connected to Capricorn energy here. And so it can talk about our fame and our fortune. And through our success and hard work and preparation, that's how we become famous, and that's how we become fortunate. And so people are really now, right now, gossiping about that and how you've become very balanced on the journey, right? Now we will find out more. This is just an overall energy of what's coming through here. So I feel like for the higher vibrational people in your life, they're very much pleased with how much you've grown, and that they find inspiration when it comes to you, and they wish that they were a part of your journey. They wish that they were a part of your tribe, and they really enjoy having what they have of you in their life. But that's something that they're talking about. Also, I do feel like there's a sense of jealousy and possessiveness coming through here as well, because people want to be a part of your life so that they can have control over what you're doing with your finances. That is an energy that's coming through right away. Talking about the positive, that is the negative energy that's coming through here. And it's like people don't understand what it is that you've had to do to get to where you're going. And it's almost like they feel like they're the ones that are owed what you have. One second. And with that, it's just understanding that no matter what, you're the one that's showing up every day doing what you need to do, right? No matter where another person's at in their journey, they are never owed what it is that you're getting. Your blessings are your blessings and not someone else's. You cannot steal another person's blessings. Now, we do have situations where maybe we could stand in the way, or someone could stand in the way of our blessing, sure. But at the end of the day, when we continue to show up for ourselves, then those blessings will come through regardless of how another person is trying to block them for us, right? Okay, so we're just going to get the scoop and go with the originals here. Let me pull out my tarots. I'm using a card here it wants to peek through. Yeah, the Four of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, they're like wondering how look, Justice here. I haven't even shuffled yet, but this is coming through. Wanted to peek out. It's like they're talking about how they're struggling and how it seems unfair that you're not. Like, oh, like you should be struggling, like you maybe done this or you maybe done that or whatever. It's like comparison. That's what's coming through here. It's like people see you getting fortunate, and they're not understanding that you've had to draw away from the day-to-day societal beliefs. You've had to draw away from the day-to-day society and what is going on and work and friends and all that, and you've had to pay attention to yourself here, and that's where justice came through. These are people who are threatened by your success because you set boundaries. You found your strength. You found the ability to move up in the world. So Source. Whoa, okay, this is coming out. What is this? Yeah, you let go of illusions, right? You're no longer in this world of believing everybody just because for the sake of believing. It fell out, guys, face down, so I had to look at it. So Source, can you please tell us what's the gossip on pile number 1? I do believe that there are high vibrational energies coming in, but I think that's the focus here, is that like maybe you just recently manifested something really big for yourself, or you're about to, and you've just recently manifested love or a close personal relationship, and you've let go and you've become very disciplined on your journey. And so it's like everybody's talking about all those things, but there's this underlying jealousy that's coming through because they don't understand what it is that you've had to experience in order to get there. It's almost like you've gotten the inspiration and they're wondering, where's my inspiration? Like, why is it that pile 1 gets the inspiration and I don't? So what's the gossip on pile number 1, Source? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Page of Coins showing his face here right now, upright, saying that, like, it's not fair that you're getting something for so little effort. That's what it is. You make things look very effortless, pile 1. And so because of that, the gossip is literally that. It's like, oh, pile 1 makes everything look simple, but when I try it, I struggle. And so they must be getting it very easily, or they're getting divine assistance for whatever reason. Like, why are they so lucky? Why are they getting the goodness? Why are they getting the benefits? Why are they getting the blessings? But let's look at what else is coming through. Yeah, there's some kind of jealousy here, some So I heard disconcertedness. I don't actually know if that's a word. That's what came through, though. That's literally what I heard. I don't know if that's a word. But yeah, they're thinking like, oh, it's not fair for pile one to be happy when I'm so miserable. So this could be family. This could be a friendship. This could be coworkers. I was getting coworker energy while I was shuffling. But we do have Libra here with close personal relationships, thinking that like you're gullible or you're superficial or you're just trying to prove something with your bankroll, and you're not. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like you've worked really hard at balancing out your emotional well-being, and you're being rewarded. You know, every time we glow up, Source provides us with a reward. Like you've laid down responsibilities that aren't yours, and you've chosen the path that worked best for you. And so what's the gossip on pile one? Yeah, you see, that's what they're not looking at. They're focused on your coin. Look at this. Look, before we even look at this card, look at this right here, this image. The 9 of Wands in my deck, depending on the way it comes out, I can talk about illness, I can talk about beginning again. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Like, there's more to it than that, sure, because all the 9s are connected with the Hermit energy. But here we have it in the upright, and we're talking about beginning again. Like, you've had to start over. There's been a lot of hardships that you face. There's been a lot of difficulties, a lot of upsets that you've had to face. But do you see how this page is only focused on this this coin? Why am I hearing this? Oh God, I'm sorry. I put you through hell. You tried to love me when I hated myself. Oh my gosh, okay, that song is coming through right now. So this could be an ex-lover. Ooh, that just came through so loud right now. Oh God, I'm sorry. I put you through hell. You tried to love me when I hated myself. Who sings that song? I can't remember. If you know, comment down below. Help out other pile ones. Sorry, I came through really loud and really strong, and I apologize for that, but I don't apologize at the same time, because there's, like, that song is talking about a lover who's realizing his mistake, that he put you through all this stuff, right? Or they or she or whatever. They put you through this hardships, but it's him speaking to his ex, and he's like, wow, I'm really sorry. Like, I never realized how much I was putting you through. And it's like, I'm trying to explain to you why I hated myself. But yeah, that for someone needed to hear that. That is a very specific message. So this could be an ex coming through that's very jealous about the way that you are striving, like without them, like realizing that you didn't need them to become better. Starting again. Starting over. Okay, back to what I was saying with the page. It's like, if you look at the page here, he's only focused on the coin. Right? Like, it's like Source has something else for him. It's like, this is a gift, but it's at his feet. And because he's so focused on the past in this coin and what's coming from this coin, he's not worried about gaining access to this gift that Source has, because he's only focused on something that's outside, not within. Yes, there's a sense of confidence coming through here, the way that he's holding onto his belt, but we're also talking about egoic pride coming through. With him being in the upright, all that means is that he's focused on a past situation. So there's a past situation that's coming through that people are saying, oh, well, pile one doesn't deserve that. Pile one doesn't deserve getting this, because they don't realize that I'm the one that had to start over. When in truth, it's this person is not seeing, or these people are not seeing how much you've struggled and how much you've gone through all this energy, and you've had to overcome it and begin again. And you know, 9 is all about bringing things to a close here, and it's like you had to bring a situation to a close here in order to gain access to your blessings, and that's what's going on here. But people, there's a sense of a group of people. This could be 1 or 2. Let's check out this card real quick, find out. Oh, so there's a couple people here. Sorry, I'm just laughing because, like, of course, the Page of Swords is going to come out in the reverse. And this is talking about not wanting to face reality. These people, whoever's gossiping about you, they're so stuck in their own pain and their own hurt and their own worry that they don't want to face the fact that maybe you've struggled just as much as they have. Hello. I'm sorry. The world does not revolve around you and your problems. Everybody has problems. And that's the thing. It's like, you may not talk about your problems. You may not talk about the hardships that you've been through, or you have talked about the hardships that you've gone through. But for them, honestly, this is energy of just going in one ear and right out the other. They don't care. They never cared about that. They never cared about what you had to say. Because their only fear is the future and not having the coin that you have. Their only fear is the future and not having the life that you're having. This luxurious life, this being a magnet. Why are you such a magnet and why am I not? Well, hello, we have Saturn here showing that you have put forth the effort. Those steps run right after the other. It's like when things were beating you down, guess what? Pile one was getting back up. What were these people doing? Staying on the ground, hoping that someone was going to come and save them? Well, pile one was busy being their own savior. So get out of here. I'm sorry, but I don't even know what else to say, because it's like, that's the thing. It's a weird energy to come through. Like, I have a right to what pile one has, and nobody in life has a right to what anybody else has, because if you didn't put in the work, you didn't deserve it. That's it. Point blank simple. There's nothing else to it. Period. That's it. But they're coming from this place of thinking that not that you owe them. This is what's so weird about this, pile one. They're gossiping about you, not that you owe them. Oh no. It has nothing to do with you, in truth. It has everything to do with where you're at, and that they feel like God, source, the universe, the creator, whoever, the gods, the goddesses are against them, and they're blessing you with what they feel like they deserve. Why does pile one get it and why don't I? It has nothing. That's what's so weird. It's like they're using you as the vessel for expressing their hurt and their pain, but it actually has nothing to do with you in truth. And they're not paying attention to what's really going on because they're so stuck in their own illusions and hurt and pain that they don't want to see. It's like when someone, all they do is complain and they never have a positive bone in their body, and then they wonder why life keeps coming up against them, right? Well, we are what we think we are. So if all you're doing is putting out negativity in the world, why wouldn't negativity come back to you? Like, hello. Let's stop for a second and think about that. So this is a really negative person, just an example. That's all they put out. Their life keeps falling apart. They can never look at life from a positive place. But here you are, pile one. You're magnetized, which means you're coming from a higher vibration, which means by nature you're in a positive state. So you're changing your mind state. You're always focusing on, your thoughts, metacognition, thinking about thinking. It's like this energy of wondering, okay, how can I be better? How can I work on myself? And so through that, you're just naturally growing spiritually, because that's how it works. And it's not even that you put forth a humongous bit of effort. It's just that's how it works. If you put forth 5 minutes every day, something's going to happen, right? But this person's coming from a negative state and your life is changing for the better. And they're just like, well, I don't see any different from pile one. Like, I don't see them being positive. It's because this person cannot see throughout the filter that they have is negative. That's it. So we have the page of Wands. Oh no, I apologize. This is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of Wands coming out in the reverse. So again, pointing towards the next lover. Let's see. Can I please have some clarifying cards for pile one? We have the Three of Coins. Yeah. This could also be coworkers as well, with the Three of Coins coming out. Can you please have some clarifying cards for pile number one, source? What's the gossip on pile one? And then we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah, perspective. Look, this, okay. What's on the bottom? The Fool. Look at you walking away. Look, I'm cool. I'm going to walk away. We have the Nameless card, the 13, or Death, depending on how you look at it, in the reverse here. They're catatonic because you've been given an opportunity to leave. Like, this person cannot move. These people cannot move. They're stuck in their own destruction because they feel like it's not even like it's your fault, but it's like when people use you as a vessel to express their dismay, that's what's going on here. Okay, let's talk about this Knight and this Three of Coins. They feel like they're coming out together. They're very similar colors here, and as you can see, not all these cards are the same colors. But it's like, look, the opposite energy here. It's like they're in this place of being completely frustrated, worrying again about the future. You know, when the Knight of Wands is in reverse, it does talk about romantic frustration. Again, pointing out towards why I was getting channeled that song, right? And I said this could be an ex-lover. This does clarify that this could be an ex-lover, but this is someone who, it's like their heart gets broken time and time again, or they're constantly in failed relationships, or they're constantly in failed situationships. They don't get the inspiration. They copy other people. They try to copy you. It's not working out for them. And here you are over here working on your door. Like, you're working on the details is what's coming through here for me. Is the detail. Like, look at the details of these doors, right? It's like they're getting messages, but they're not listening because they're so focused on what you're doing. And this could be absolutely a group of people. We have quite a few people coming through here, quite a few, but I feel like this is you. And when we talk about the Three of Pentacles, it talks about building a partnership, right? Like building something of stability. It's like going from 2 to 3, like it's an uncomfortable growth because you're bringing in a new aspect to your business, or you're bringing in a new aspect to your career or to your life. And so it is uncomfortable for a while, but without 3, we can never get to the stability of 4. And so it's necessary, and this is creation at its finest. And so you have this energy of creation coming through, and you're constantly just focused on you, focused on what you're doing. Like, he's not worried about who's paying attention. In fact, he's got the door here blocking his view. That's whatever your creative energy is. It's like you've got your creative aspect there blocking this energy from you. It's bouncing off, going back to them, because they can't get through to you because you're constantly paying attention to what it is that you're doing. And so they're gossiping about, like, oh, well, you know, like, obviously they think they're better, or they think this, or they think that. It has to do with the fact that they really believe that you somehow stepped into their alternate reality and became the star of their story. So when we talked about the Page of Swords here, we're talking about not wanting to cope with reality. The Hangman in the reverse is seeing things from a skewed perspective. You know, the Hangman is such an interesting card, right? I love him. He's connected with Piscean energy, but when we think about the Hangman, he is somebody who is brave enough to put himself from a different place and see the world from a different place. Obviously, he's upside down while the whole world is right side up. Or is he right side up while the whole world is upside down? That's the question. Right? We don't really know, but he's so comfortable with who he is. He's comfortable in his skin, and he's powerful as he is, that he's not afraid to try something different. But when he's in the reverse, he's now coming from this place of arrogance, and saying, like, I don't need to look at things from a different perspective because everyone else sees things from a different perspective than I do. And they're the ones in the wrong. So it's like seeing things from this place of not wanting to actually cope with reality, which is what the Page of Swords talks about. I don't want to deal with reality. I don't want to deal with the fact that pile 1 is actually succeeding at what they set out to do. Because when they see you, maybe when they see you in your downtime. They see you in your chill time because you work really hard during these hours, and they only see, so like, I'm getting like family here, right? Like, say family goes off to work and you're off to work, and you work really hard during your work hours, but when you come home and you rest and you chill and you do what you need to, and you're in your downtime. And so when they're seeing you, they're only seeing you in your off time, and that's why they're not realizing how much effort you're putting towards this. It's like, whenever they're not around, you're working at 1,000 and they're doing whatever they're doing, right? And so you've been given an opportunity here. The key is in your hand. Like, it's like, this is a different type of feeling than the Fool in this deck, right? Because the Fool in this deck, his pants are ripped, the guides are like shoving him, like, let's get out of here. And this is like, the guides are like, all right, you did what we asked you to, and here's the key to your future. Here's the key. You found it. There's excitement here. There's like a sense of adventure, like, I'm ready to go. And that's the place of life that you're living in, like, always in this sense of adventure. And so it's like, it's hard. It's hard for people sometimes when you've overcome the difficulties in your life and you're not just living in perpetual misery. Isn't there a church that's called that? Sisters of Perpetual Misery or something like that? Ooh, I don't know why I was thinking about that. Maybe it's just from a TV show. But yeah, that's what I was saying, like, our sisters. So this could be a family member. But again, that song keeps coming through. Oh God, I'm sorry. I put you through hell. You tried to love me when I hated myself. Like, so whoever these people are, it's like you attempted to give them love. You attempted to be there for them. But how can you be there for someone that hates themselves? Like, you can't, because they'll never be open to receiving what it is that you have to give. So instead, you focused on what was good for you. You basically drew away and said, okay, cool. I can't deal with that anymore, so I'm going to focus on myself. And so now your work ethic has just become the gossip of their story. Like Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. This is another thing that they're talking about, is that you're magnetizing a community towards you. You're being able to network far easier, and you're able to connect with people way easier than they ever could, and they don't understand that because you're getting angelic help, because you're focusing on yourself. We have the trine, which is the triangle. The 3 of coins in this deck, it creates a triangle, right? So it's like this stability in your work. You're actually getting assistance because you did what was right for you. You stopped paying attention to everyone else and you did what was right for you. You guys are dealing with stomach aches and pains right now. Whoa, I just got some really weird lower pains in my lower abdomen. This is something that makes you feel angry. This is something that makes you really, like, it's kind of like your blood boil. And they're saying not to let this bother you anymore because you did what was meant for you. You know, a lot of times we get on these videos of, oh, look, we have shaman coming out here, ancient healing wisdom. This is so synchronistic to what I was just saying. It's like they're saying to let it go. And why they're saying to let it go is because you are doing what you're meant to be doing. You're following your path. There's nothing more that you need to do. There's no, like, talking about it now, it's like relieving. My whole system is like letting go, but it was like really tight, like a knife going through my lower abdomen. It's like they make you mad. It's like you kind of have an idea of who these people are, and it's like, you're like, why can't they just leave me alone? They're not designed to. It's their nature to not leave you alone. And what I mean by that, it's like their nature to gossip, that's in their nature. So you stop sharing stories with them because you know it's in their nature to gossip. So why are you going to worry about them gossiping about you when it's in their nature? That's just what they do. There's nothing that you can ever do, nothing that you can ever say, or nothing that you can ever become to make them see you as you see you. Because the only thing that matters here is you seeing yourself from a higher light and love, seeing yourself from unconditional love and acceptance, and saying, I can't change this person. I can't change these people. I accept them as they are, but just because I accept them as they are doesn't mean that I have to invite them into my life. And that's where your healing is coming from. Yeah, your radiance is so bright. Summer solstice. This summer is going to be a big bang for you, is what I'm hearing. There's like a lot coming through for you this summer. So you're going to have a glow up this summer. There's going to be something that changes for you this summer. Like, it's where you're going to be standing in your willpower from your solar plexus chakra. Standing in the fire. Right? When we go for the fire, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix, changed. And the other thing is here too, pile one, to keep in mind is that 99% of people will not ever take the steps and the strides to become a better person. Just keep that in mind moving forward. 99% of people are not ready to do this journey, this healing journey. So this is resonating with you. Just think about how small that margin is that you're in. So it's like 1 in 100,000 or 1 in 100 million. Like, it's like small number. I don't know the statistics, but the percentage is 99% of people will not take this journey. And I don't know how many people there are in the world, but think about that. That's a very small margin. So don't think that you're actually going to be surrounded by people who are on this journey with you as well. No, like, you're going to run into them as you go on your adventure. That's how it's designed. Boom, look at this. They're watching you. They're watching every move you make. Why? Because they want something to fuel it. And it's weird. If you look at this face, there's a face right here. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that. I don't know if you can see that. There's this face right there, but looking at it from far away, it kind of looks angry. It kind of looks like it's just a weird face, right? And it's not, like, when you get really up close to it, she kind of looks serene and everything, but as you go farther away, it's like, because of the way it is on the fur, it makes her look very angry, almost like childish. And it's almost like the discontent that's coming from you having success. It's like everything that they can take from you, they take so that they can have fuel to tell everybody that you're this person who took from them. And you're not. You're not. That's the last thing that you are. You followed your dream. And sometimes that's hard for people. They're like, can't get it together themselves. And so when someone else is following their dream, the jealousy becomes so real. I'm going to lose my ring here. So let me take it off. The jealousy becomes so real. Okay, they want this one? Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that came out. Yeah, you're gaining a lot of wisdom here. Look, we have the intuitive on the bottom. I am tuned into the energy of those I care about with 45. 9 again. So you may see 999 a lot. And again, that's just bringing things to a close, like, so you can end the cycle. Well, let's talk about this card really quick. This to me looks like a shaman. He looks like a shaman, someone who's very wise and knowledgeable and here to help you transform your life, to come out of the bloodbath. That's what I'm hearing right now. Right? That terrible energy that keeps you in a low vibrational state of being. The snakes, right? You know a snake's nature. You know it's going to bite you. You don't go run into the snake because, like, oh, it's going to change its nature for me, right? It's still a snake at the end of the day, and that's what this is. It's like gossip. The people here, they're snakes. They're low vibrational people. They're not going to change their nature just because you did. You have to change yourself. But it's like he's very alone in this card, but he doesn't seem like he's lacking anything. He seems very content with his journey and happy to be with himself and to gain access to this new wisdom. The key, the answer, the solution to what's next for self, right? The teacher. Number 10. Look, we're going from 9 to 10. It says, I study and share wisdom with those who will value it. That's the key here. Who will value it. I feel like you may have spent time sharing your wisdom with these people or with this group of individuals and they didn't value it. It was just kind of like, oh, feels like a soap opera. They were just watching you because you were the soap opera to watch, right? Look, Capricorn came out. Ambitious, realism, and methodical steps. And I say that like because you're taking those small steps, one right after the other, and it's only a matter of time before success comes. If you're disciplined, then success will eventually come, and it feels like it's about to fall into your lap, and that is the topic of conversation right now, I'm telling you. Like 21 with lioness and protection. Again, the solar plexus energy coming through here. I just said that too with the summer solstice and radiance coming through. It's like you're going to be so strong on your journey. And when we talk about solar plexus, that's our willpower. And sometimes it's hard to ignite that fire, but whatever's going on right now, you're igniting that fire and you're no longer sitting around hoping and praying that something's going to change. You're like taking the bull by the horns and making a change in your life. And people are talking about that, but it's because of that that's bringing up a lot of these jealous energies. But also we do have people who are glad that you're on the journey that you're on because you're giving them hope. that they can find the answers to their life. So it's not just one-sided here, but the one that was coming out the most here is this low vibrational energy. And I feel like it's just a reminder to you that you're actually moving away from this because you're so focused on yourself. Let's check out what your oracle card is. I'm going to read this from the book, and then we'll check out what your sticker is. This could be in regards to what's happening in the reading, but it could also be some positive note to leave you on. So let's look at this. Look, we have the legacy of light with number 7, and that's the image that's on the deck. I love that this came through. I love this card so much. Let me grab the book. We'll read this from the book. Number 7. I think that was 6. Okay. Says, boom, you guys are leaving a legacy. This is what people are gossiping about. You're leaving a legacy. It's like they're too proud to ask how or why you've done this. Instead, I'd rather be negative and in low vibrational energy than to rise myself up, right? Because it's scary to come out of that thing that we're so comfortable with, and you did it. You're being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you, your ancestral lines, not only in blood, but also in spirit. Perhaps these are the beings that have inspired and motivated you to live as a sacred rebel. From your heart and with belief in yourself, the more you are nourished by this legacy of light from your past, the more you become the bearer of the legacy for those that will be supported by your light in the future. This is the sacred endowment from the great universal source of light to humanity. It is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love, and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence into the world. Be like the sun, radiant and unapologetic of your nature. I can't with you, pile one. The oracle of the legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have made or soon will make is the one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. If you are asking about a particular question and this card came, then part of the answer to your question is that the issue at hand is one of the utmost important to your spiritual growth, even if it seemed like a relatively insignificant question. The energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more, to know that all is well, no matter what appears to be, and to ask for help and believe that you deserve to receive. And that's what we were talking about. I love this. The legacy of light also asks you to call on the unconditional loving support that exists for you every day. This light will offer you all manner of assistance. To not call upon it is like starving because you believe you have no means to acquire food, whilst the feast lays before your eyes. If only you would partake of it. Perhaps you worry that you are asking too much of those who wish to assist you. However, this is a mistaken belief. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do. When they are embraced for their purpose to assist with the spiritual growth of humanity through unconditional love, they too become a part of the legacy of the light, shining bright with love and helping to illuminate the world. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and being human does mean that there will be some very dark moments on your path, this oracle affirms that you are coming from love with the pure intention to simply live your life and do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. You're being asked to avail yourself of the help that is awaiting your request so that your own light can become a part of the greater shining legacy of the divine brilliance made manifest upon the earth. Okay, this is also guiding you to something in your family history or your spiritual ancestry that is about to be revealed to you. So that could be spiritual gifts, okay? That could be just guidance. That could be an understanding, a divine truth, okay? I love all these confirmations coming through here. All right, you are about to come up into a glow up, and it's like while they're all over here gossiping about you, they're not they're not paying attention to what's really happening, and that's your glow up. And you know what? Good. They shouldn't be focused on your glow up, because I'm going to tell you, it's funny how this works. They talk about it all the time. The minute you shine and you become who you always wanted to be and you stand out, and people are magnetized to you, all of a sudden these people that were your biggest haters suddenly switch the game and become your biggest supporters, saying, oh, I supported you the whole time. But you know the truth, okay? Let's check out what your sticker says. Oh, as tempting as it may be, you can't hate yourself into health. Oh my gosh. I'm just saying, this is exactly what I was getting when I was talking about it. It's like, you're the one that chose to change. And it's like, they're all thinking like, oh my gosh, why is it that pile 1 is getting what they want? And they're just hurting and being stuck in that hurt, and they're not changing. This is so synchronistic to what I said earlier. In fact, I think I said something very similar to this, not exactly about, hating yourself into health, but I was saying you can't stay stagnant in that hurt and expect things to change. Like, it's not how it's going to work. Universe will always meet us halfway. Source will always meet us halfway. But that means that we have to put in some effort, right? So that's what the gossip is on you. Like, they're talking about how far you've come and how, in honesty, this pile, it was all about feeling like you somehow took their shine or you somehow took their legacy. But this is your legacy to behold, and you're coming up into a really great wisdom. You found a key for yourself, okay? So this is what I have for you, pile 1. If it resonates, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave a white, a red, and a yellow heart down below and say, I claim my legacy, if this is your story. And with that being said, I'm going to take a moment to thank your guides and your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. Until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to pile number 2 during the drawing or the shuffle, or if you were drawn to this rock, this is going to be your reading on what's the gossip or the tea on you. Let's go ahead and spill that today. We'll take a look at your sticker and your oracle card at the end of the reading. And I just want to take a moment to say that these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel in any one way, shape, or form, you will find all the links down below in the description box. If you are interested in a personal reading, I'm limiting the number let me try that again. I'm limiting the number of readings that I'm doing each week as I got inundated and I got overwhelmed. So right now there are certain numbers of spots available. If you send me an email, I'll let you know how many spots are still available and the further information from there. I feel very discombobulated for you, pile 2, for some reason. I'm not sure. We'll see if that plays out in your energy. It just started. I was fine for pile 1, and now I'm getting on this, and I'm tripping over my words. So I feel like when people are gossiping about you, like they're tripping on their words, trying to say things about you that aren't true. That's what I feel like, okay? Also, if you are interested, check out my podcast at Scatterlove Radio, which you will find on Spotify as well as Anchor FM. And as of this video, the current podcast is going to be all about fault and accountability, and how when someone hurts us, instead of pointing the finger at them, how it's our responsibility to figure out a way to help ourselves out, right? Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. We'll ask the dice first, and then we'll get into it further. So Source, what is the gossip on pile number 2? What information can you give to us, Source? What is the gossip on pile number 2? What would you like to say, Source? What is the gossip on pile 2? So we've got 12th house, Sagittarius energy, as well as Mercury. So absolutely gossip coming through with Mercury showing up here, which is the planet of gossip and communication and talk and all those things. So, yeah, people are saying stuff. People are saying stuff. Now, with 12th house coming out, that's what I was getting, is like, I feel like people are lying about you. Like, they're spreading, this is a case of the rumor weed, y'all. Okay, let me just say, this is a case of the rumor weed. People are spreading rumors about you that aren't true. You know, when we think about the 12th house, it's all about illusions. The planet of Neptune, it's a very, covered planet. It's very cloudy and misty and mystical, and we don't understand what's going on, and that's why it's like people are spreading rumors about you, because they don't understand you. They don't understand you, and of course they're not meant to understand you, and I have goosebumps like crazy right now. Can you all see my arm? Whoa. Okay, knock that over from the 12th house, yeah. But that's like, I just got the goosebumps so crazy right now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, they're just like spreading these lies about you. It's like, whether they think they're lies or not, it's not what matters. It's like they're not finding out the truth about you before they're saying something about what's going on. So I don't necessarily think it's bad. I just think it's like, it's just inaccurate, right? It's like they're just trying to fill in gaps when it comes to, we will find out more when the tarot comes out, but this is saying absolutely they're taking action to spread rumors about you, and they're wanting to, you know, make you seem what you're not, whether that's putting you on a pedestal or whether that's knocking you down a peg. Whatever it is, they are making you seem like you're not, and that's what's coming through here. We also have this house of guilt, right? This is the house of guilt. So there's someone that's feeling guilty and they're feeling like afraid. And this is the house of hidden enemies. And so this is enemies that are coming through that don't want to see you succeed, pile two. They don't want to see you do good. They're like, oh, not pile two. Why are you going to give pile two the good goods and leave us hanging, right? But I don't think it's even about that. It's like they just feel like you're just naturally lucky. You know, with Sagittarius energy here, we do have luck connecting with Jupiter energy with the 9th house, right? But they see you as somebody that is naturally lucky, and they don't understand why. It's like when they've suffered, or when they've gone through hardships, or when they've gone through dramas, or when they've gone through things that haven't been fun, or they've dealt with sickness, or they've dealt with loss and grief and their own hurts and pains, they're imprisoning themselves in this place of believing that if they knock others down, they're going to feel better about themselves. And that's what's coming through. And so right now, unfortunately, you are the topic of discussion for them, whoever this is, right? And it's like when we have Sagittarian energy, we're talking about truth seekers. It's like I feel like that's the energy that you're coming in. Like you're a truth seeker. You're always trying to find, you know, what's real, what's going on. And it's like I said, it's like whether they're saying it's bad or good, it doesn't matter. They're just not finding out the truth about you right now. And so they're just trying to fill in gaps wherever they can. So if somebody asks them about you specifically and they don't actually know, they're just going to kind of fill in the gap. Right? It's like, not that it makes sense or it does make sense. It doesn't matter. They're just really trying to fill in the gap right now. And that is, it's causing some issues is what I'm feeling. It's causing some issues. I feel like people are beginning to not believe these people. Like, so if this is a group or if this is an individual, it doesn't matter. It's just like outside people are not believing them because they're catching them in their own lies, if that makes sense. It's like they're seeing that this person is lying all the time, or that they're not consistent with what they're doing, or they're constantly like faltering along the path. And it's like, you know, when you lose someone's trust, like that's it. Like they're not ever going to believe you again. And it's hard to gain someone's trust back. And I feel like that's what's going on here. And it's like, this feels like a person who's trying to save face, or this feels like a group of people who are trying to save face on the journey. Yeah, so this is them being disrespectful, really. You know, you've become this person that's very open and learning and trying to grow, and this is just truthfully disrespect coming through. Like, they're just, this is some people or someone who doesn't care about you. They just care about your failure, and that's what's coming through. And so this is definitely someone who's being disrespectful. They're greedy. You know, they're just very upset by what you're doing, right? And you've learned how to communicate for yourself, and you've been vigilant on your journey, and you're learning how to overcome certain things. And it's the way that you think about life, and you've learned how to really allow yourself to live and not be in this place of upset, and that's what's really driving them nuts here. That's really what's getting them. So I did say it could be good or bad, but really as we go through here, it's not really feeling good. Like, this is not really a good energy that's coming through. The train confirming that it's just this is someone or some people who just really don't want to see you do good. You know, anytime we're talking about gossip, gossip in itself is never a really good thing. You know, we should always find the truth, but these are someone's that's like, when someone asks them a question, oh, so pile 2, okay, just a simple thing here, what are they doing for money? They're like, you know, whether it's true or not, they'll be like, oh, they're not doing anything, they're lazy, they're just sticking around, all they do is watch TV and play video games all day. Like, it's just a very, like, it's a response to a question that they don't actually know, and instead of saying I don't know, it's easier for them to fill in the gaps so that they don't feel less than, I guess. I mean, really, I don't understand why people do that. Personally, I don't. But, you know, it's like feeling like if I say I don't know, that's like something that goes against their emotional ego, oh, their pride and this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, well, I should know these things, but they're too proud to ask. And so instead of asking, they're just going to try and fill in the gaps any one way, shape, or form. So it's just a lie that's coming through here. All right, so Source, what's the T on pile 2? Thank you. Source, what's the T on pile 2? What's the gossip? Thank you. Source, what's the gossip on pile 2? What's the T? All right, thank you, Source. Yeah. Like, you're somebody, like, when they say you're a hermit, they don't mean that in a good way. Like, oh, you're trying to better yourself. Like, they basically tell everyone that you're in some sort of solitary confinement. But see, that's a thing. That's what Source is coming through to show you. It's like you're doing the right things. You're drawing back from the crowd because you're working on yourself with the Sun here. Right? You're really working on yourself. But it's like for them, it's like they're trying to convince people that it's like, oh, you know, they're, what's that, agoraphobic or something? Yeah, it's like something along those lines. But let's see what's coming through here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. In the upright, we have the 6 of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, greed is like the first thing. And the Popes coming out in the reverse. This person or these people, the gossip is saying this, like, you're very superstitious, you're very superficial, you're very much in this place of, like, okay, exactly, thank you, Source, my nose is going crazy, Source gave me the answer, and now my nose, they're saying that, when they tell a lie, they're the ones that are lying, but they're saying that you're a liar. So it's like anytime that you maybe go and tell people, oh, I'm doing this and good things are going for me, it's like, and then because you're like mutual friends or you have mutual friends or like you know the same people, it's like they'll come back around and they'll be like, oh, pile 2 is lying. And that's the gossip on you. It's like they're trying to tarnish your reputation here. They're trying to control the way that people see you. They're trying to control the outcome here. It's like feeling like if in some way, shape, or form they can influence the people around you, that will actually influence you in the way that you're showing up. You know, it's like trying to make people, so like say you did something that was very unorthodox for yourself and you're really finding joy in it, like some form of art, and it's like they could say that you're plagiarizing. This person does not want me to talk. I do feel like it is a single person, but it could very well be a group of people acting as one to try and really tarnish your name. But that's the gossip on you. It's like, oh, you know, they're in solitary confinement. They don't want anybody to know anything about them because they're really in this really bad place. And, you know, it's like everything that these people are saying about you, it's actually a reflection of them and where they're coming from. You know, they're saying that you're in the bad place of life, that you're failing, and that you have no structure, you have no stability, you have no, you know, anything about you, that you're just anxious about life and you're so scared that you won't do anything. And it's like, really in reality, this is your energy over here, is that you're just taking time to figure out what's the best move for you. I mean, you go from the Hermit to the Sun, from the 9 to the 19, you know, it's like you've completed a cycle and then some. and you're not afraid to let your light shine. And so when you go out, like that's the thing, when you actually connect with these people that this person is lying to, or that these people are lying to, like they can't kind of put one and one together. It's like, you're nothing like what we thought you were, pile 2, and you're like, what did you think I was? And then you have this place of where it was like, oh, we're listening to the lies and deceptions of this other person coming through, right? But with the 6 of coins coming out, yeah, it's like you may have this friend that you are just an acquaintance with or whatever, and it's like you're giving to them, but they're not giving back to you, and that's why, because they're really bothered by how well you're doing in life, which doesn't surprise me, really. There's always people that just have such an issue, but what's really, like, can you give us a deeper idea of this, source? So that has something to do with how you're making money. Like, that's what's coming through here. It's like how you're making money is what they're really mad about. Like, they're really concerned, and they really think that the only reason you're doing it is because you want a mansion, you want nice things, and if you do, who cares? That doesn't make you superficial to want good things, to want nice things, but they're trying to tell people that the only reason you even got involved in this is because you can't live a humble life, or you can't live a life that's, normal. But what is normal? I mean, really, what is normal? Because everybody lives a different life. So, source, can you kind of give us better insight on this, please? What's the gossip on pile number 2? Can we please have some clarifying cards here? So, we have the King of Coins coming out. Yeah. Okay, so they're saying that you're stepping on people's toes to get what you want. So, it's like saying, it's like plagiarizing. That energy is coming out again. It's like they're saying that, oh, you're copying everyone else. Like, you're not actually good at what you do. Like, you're just like, so if you were an artist, okay, and maybe you freehand some really beautiful painting or drawings or, whatever it is that you do, and they're basically telling everyone, oh, that's a stencil. Like, that's the type of energy that's coming through. Whatever your circumstances are, it's like the gossip on you is that you're plagiarizing your work. Like, you're copying other people. Like, you're not actually real. Like, you're just following the lead. Like, you're just trying to do what someone else is doing, but you're not actually succeeding at it. So this could be that you're trying to do some kind of spiritual work as well, and because they don't understand it, they're trying to say that you're copying someone else. Oh, you're not doing something that's real. Yeah, but look, source is coming in saying, like, you have all the tools at your disposal. Like, you're using everything that you can. Like, you're doing what's necessary, and you're standing on your stability, right? You're standing, you're gaining clarity, you're taking action, you're letting your cup be full by you. But it's like, I feel like you don't really pay attention to this person much or what's going on, and I feel like you're just here for curiosity's sake. So I don't feel like this is going to bother you too much, but I do feel like there's some of you, pile 2, that are really bothered by this. And they're just saying, well, you wanted to find out what the gossip was on you, and I'm not here to say the good stuff. I'm here to say the real stuff. That's how it's coming through. So they want this one. So we have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. So that's why no one believes them. This person or these people keep getting involved in lost causes. And then we have the 10 of Coins. Yeah. Yeah, boom. What else can you say? Like, you're gaining clout. That's the thing. Like, source saying you're gaining clout. Like, this could be a sibling. This could be family. Like, look, we have the treehouse here. It's like this is someone that's close to you or has a connection with the people that you're close to. So, it's someone that has some type of connection with you, or people that have some type of connection with you. But look, we have this paint. Look, she's painting here. Look, she's painting. I can't make this up. So someone is an artist who needs to hear this. Okay, and that's a very specific message, I know. But for the rest of you, it's just saying, like, that's the example that they're giving here is that you have something that's very unique to you, but they're trying to say that you're plagiarizing it or that you are copying someone else's work and taking credit for it. Like, that you're okay with being a bully to get your money, basically. That you are someone that has no idea how to earn it on your own, right? Like, you're stealing someone else's wealth. Like, this is his safe, but in the reverse, you could take this as being like taking someone else's money. And that's the thing. It's like it's not theirs. They know it's not theirs, but it's like the gossip is this, is that you're faking it and that you're not actually real. And Source is saying, like, really? Because you're doing the work that you need to be doing. Like, you're going within and you're getting the clarity and you're getting the guidance. The sun is shining, right? It's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, they're saying that you're just greedy. That's what the Six of Coins in reverse at its base level means, is greed. Greed. I'm going to take it all. Like, they think you're just being greedy. So this could be someone who thinks you're being a leech or that you don't know. But look, then we have the Four of Coins here, and it's like you found the secret door. You're just learning how to walk through it. You're learning how to build financial stability. It's like a very slow process. It takes time. So hello. Right? And it's not talking about like wealth beyond wealth. This is just saying like you're learning how to manage your finances in a way that works for you. You know, not to where you're living from paycheck to paycheck, but more or less where you're able to save up and to where you're able to do what's fun and have that time for yourself, you know? But they're saying that keeps coming through, that you're plagiarizing. This is disrespectful. Like, whoever is doing this is just doing this because they're disrespectful. It's not personal. They're just a disrespectful person. They have no respect for anybody. This could very well be a narcissist. The group of people coming through could be narcissists. This is like people who they believe that they're the only ones that can do anything original, but they do nothing original. Oh my gosh, my nose. Okay, Source, if you let me get it out, you don't have to bug me like that. I trust it. Yeah, they don't, like, it's not that they're jealous of you or anything like that. It's just literal disrespect. Like, they just don't think that you deserve it. They don't think that you're worthy of anything good in life. It's like because they really believe that they're the only ones that are worthy of anything. Yeah, Trine, you're getting support with this. Like, you're not alone. Okay? We have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. This is just saying you're building something of strength. You could have resonated with one of the other piles as well. But that's just what it's saying. It's like you're getting assistance with this. Like, you're getting help with this process. That wants to be there. Yeah, see, you're creating something. But it's taking time to create. It's not something that happens overnight. And it's almost like even if you had been an overnight success. So let's just say you bought a Powerball. This is just an example. Let's just say you bought a Powerball and you won the Powerball. This person would still be like this. They'd still be lying. They'd be like, oh, you stole a ticket. Like, it would be something just absolutely outrageous. This is not a good energy. What else can you tell us, Source? Thank you. It's all about saving grace. All about living love, being Jesus to those he came to save. It's all about... Okay, so that's like living... So it's by... Who's it by? It's a Christian song. I don't know why it's coming through right now. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Probably since I was a kid. It's all about living grace. It's all about being love. All about serving God and those he came to save. And then what is it? Like, being Jesus to those he came to save. Like, it changes, but oh my gosh, okay. Point of grace? Is it point of grace? Something of grace? It's an old song. It's an old song, like from the 90s, I think. Anyways, that's what's coming through here. And it's like, I feel like they're saying this right now because it's like, don't let people like this disrupt your kindness and your sense of adventure and your sense of love. And just remember, it's like, just because you're being a person of unconditional love, you don't have to give up yourself for people like this, but you can still show up and be kind. And that's going to speak louder, and your actions will always speak louder than your words. We have leadership on the bottom here. Number 10. Yeah, you are a leader. Like, you're meant to lead others. You're meant to help them find prosperity and abundance and grace. And it's like here's the thing. It's like you're helping them to see the bigger picture through your experiences, because you're learning to see the bigger picture through your own experiences. But this is not a person who's going to see that. They're not a loyal person, right? And again, we have songlines, Orca. This could be family. But it's like you're healing so much, and it's like the higher you vibrate, the bigger the problem this person has, or these people have. It's just because you're rubbing their demons wrong, right? Look, I went to go pick up this. I wasn't going to do this deck, but they're telling me to, and I picked it up, and this fell out. Control tactics. So they're trying to control you. Let's just get a few of these, because I feel like I want to for you, pile 2. I didn't do this for pile 1. Source, what did you want to come out for this for pile 2? What's the gossip on pile number 2? Yeah, apology, forgiveness. This is someone who I don't feel is going to apologize, but for some they could. Okay, this one kind of wants to, so we'll bring it out anyways. What's on the bottom? Freedom, leap, Uranus, and opportunities. This is you. This is you. You're taking all kinds of opportunities. You're getting out of the old and into the new, and this person's trying to control everything that you're doing. And I feel like there's some sense of you needing to forgive yourself for having this person in your energy or in your life, or having these types of people in your life. There's no big deal. It happens to the best of us, okay? It's just being human. But just don't expect this person to ask for your forgiveness. There could be, for some, a person that's going to come and ask for your forgiveness and be like, wow, I was totally off second base. With this one, I didn't know what was going on. Or like, you're the one that changed. You changed. You took the opportunity and you ran with it. Yeah, and you could be a water sign, Ace, Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is saying that you're coming into your gifts as well. Okay. But that could also be that this person's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have the confirmation of the Piscean energy coming through here. Yeah, fear. They're afraid that you're going to be abundant. Like, they don't want to admit that, though. They don't want to admit that because their whole life they've lived in fear. This is someone who's perpetually a victim. Like, they're never going to get out of the victim mentality because they thrive in it. Like, they really thrive in the victim mentality, right? Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Yeah, so this is just confirmation of what I was saying. Like, you've been given some sort of insight or inspiration. Like, it could be painting, it could be writing, it could be singing, it could be anything, really. You're just given some sort of creative insight. You're taking that up, and that's why they're talking about you, is because of what you're doing now. You're becoming a master at it, and you have blessings coming. Look at this. That's why they're mad, because you're abundant. Like, that's what's happening. You're getting blessed, right? They say that I'm lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. They say that I'm lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. But I know I'm blessed. That's what it is. Like, you know you're blessed. You're being blessed. Source is blessing you for the hard work that you put in. Okay? Your soul is shining. And the brighter you shine, the more of a magnet you will be for darker energies. That's just going to be how it is. But you're also going to have the ability and the strength to deal with them when they come. So we'll check out your sticker at the end here. You know, and it's funny because this card was on top of these. Here, I feel like I'm going to put that back, actually. Let's put it back. Shh, I was just kidding. It goes right there. Yeah, that's what they're saying. You're being blessed for all the hard work that you've done. After the storm, look at this big, beautiful moon here. The owl, the wisdom coming in. There's a lot that you've been through. You've been through a lot, and I feel like this could be someone that you've had a lot of turbulence with, that's spreading rumors about you, that's gossiping about you, or just flat out lying about you. Like, they just have nothing better to do with their time. Because this is someone who continually runs away from themselves. So in running away from themselves, they focus on someone outside of themselves, okay? But if this is a group of people, it's that same energy coming through. All right. It says, there's a thunderstorm about. It's either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excited about it. We had fear coming out here right next to it. After all, thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief, and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of promising hopeful vision for your future. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. You might be a storm, or it might be a storm of building emotions threatening to erupt or already exploding, seemingly beyond your conscious control. You might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotion and psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen and soon, you fear you might just burst. You may also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is in life and in the creative process a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand and the release and the revitalization that follows. Yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is a natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh open feeling that accompanies its clearing. You may find it confronting to be faced with the power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away so that the energy can be freed from a pattern that has had its day and it's ready to become something new. So this is energy that's had its day. This is like these gossips and rumors and all this about you. It's had its time. It no longer has a place in your life. It no longer has a place around you. And so the storm here is just about you clearing this. And then remember, the rainbow always comes after the storm, right? So what a beautiful confirmation here. It's like you're in the midst of something that's very difficult, or you just went through something difficult, and right after you're getting the blessing. So we're going to check out your sticker and see what this says. This could be absolutely regarding what's going on in this reading, but it could also be a positive message for you to move forward with. So we'll see what comes through here. Oh, it says life is scary and stupid hard, but I'm grateful to experience it with you. And I feel like there's someone that's grateful to have you in their life. Someone is excited that you're a part of their life, or this is what you're coming into your blessing here, is having a partnership and a friendship and a love situationship that is, they're excited to be with you, and they're not here to try and spread lies and be disrespectful to you. Remember, this energy is just someone who's hurt. And they're stuck in their own reality, and you just happen to be bumping into their reality. And because of that, it's setting their world on fire, and they don't like it. And through that discomfort, they're lashing out. It's the only thing that they have. That's the only thing they feel they can control. But if they're lashing out to you, it's actually forced you to change for the better and to come into your blessings. Okay? So I hope this resonates. If it does, leave a purple heart down below, actually a purple and a white heart down below, and say claim my blessings, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do just want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And with that being said, until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this card and this sticker during the shuffle, or if you were called to this beautiful angel light geo, then this is going to be a reading on what's the tea, the gossip on you. Keep an open mind. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect directly with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. You are interested in supporting the channel in any one way, shape, or form, all of the links that you need will be down below in the description box, keeping in mind that if you are looking for a personal reading, I have a limited number of spots open per week. It is first come, first serve. So shoot me an email. I will let you know how many spots are available. They do fill up quick. And then I will also get you out further information from there. Also, make sure you check out my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is on Spotify as well as Anchor FM. As of this video, the current podcast is all about fault and accountability, and how blaming another person does not mean that they have to take accountability for their actions, but it is up to us to be responsible for where we are in our own journey and how that can help us heal and change our perspective on the world around us. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We will ask the dice first, and then we'll get the tarot on it to get more in-depth energy. So Source, what is the gossip, the tea on pile number 3? What can you tell us, Source? What is the gossip on pile number 3? What do they need to know? What is the gossip on pile number 3, Source? What is the tea? We've got the 5th house. We've got Jupiter and Aries. Ooh, you are someone that they would all like to date or wish that they could date. You could be taken. And so the gossip is around what it would be like to be with you. Also that you're someone who's very inspiring and lucky. That's kind of been a general theme across the board today, is luck. But for you, it's like they're gossiping about how lucky it would be to be with you, right? To be connected to you in that way. When we talk about 5th house, we do talk about joy, spirit, dating. There's also drama coming through here. So they feel like you're not... I do feel like this is no drama. Like, I feel like you're not a dramatic person. Even though we do have Aryan energy, which is that burst of energy coming through. But it's like more or less you're trying to be a person in leadership. And so they're gossiping about how you've really stepped up into becoming a leader, and you've allowed yourself to really dig into your passions, your hobby, and you've become someone who's very focused on each step. 1 second. Make sure my dogs weren't in the window. Sometimes they like to bark up there. It scares me. I'm sure if you watched me for any amount of time, you've probably heard them bark randomly on the video. But yeah, there's this energy of feeling like you're very lucky because of this leadership ability. Like, you have the ability to lead the multitudes. You have the ability to inspire the multitudes. This is all fire energy coming through. Jupiter, which is connected to Sagittarius energy. We have Aries energy in the 5th house connected to Leo. So you have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could have that in your chart, or highly aspect in your chart as well. I do feel like some of you have a 10th house in Leo or 10th house in Aries. I don't know why that's coming through, but I do feel like that. It's a very specific message. But anyways, this is also saying that you are very expansive. Like, that's a gossip. You're just always expanding. And I feel like it's odd because like the other 2 piles were kind of like really different than yours, which I'm glad that yours is different because yours feels a lot more brighter. They're more focused on how positive you've changed, like the good things that you've done. You become very fearless and brave and courageous and direct. Like, you're no longer afraid to speak what's on your mind. And you've grown a lot, and you've brought in a lot of abundance because of that growth. And your finances could be affected because of this, right? Like, you're getting more finances. You're very understanding, and maybe you've traveled a lot, or you're about to travel a lot. And that's something that they gossip about all the time. It's like, wow, have you seen pile 3? Like, they've done a lot with their life. Like, they're very generous. They've changed the way that they've thought about things. They have a good sense of self and well-being. Like, they're always showing up with their best self, and they're doing good things. Like, they're inspiring the multitude is what I keep hearing. So these are individuals who really, really enjoy having you in their life. Whether that's on, social media or physically, you're someone that inspires them to do better. You're someone that inspires them to do well. The energy is very positive here with this, okay? It's not kind of like either or. I'm not really getting that with you, pile 3. I do feel like this is more or less positive energy, but let's get some tarot out on it and find out what comes through for you. So, Source, what is the gossip on pile number 3? Feels like you've worked really hard to save yourself and to build yourself up. And through that, like, people are now appreciating you in a different way. But it's like no one that you know personally. This feels very distant relations, like people that are through the grapevine type energy. And that's why they're gossiping about you, because they're like spreading the word. Oh my gosh, pile 3, have you connected with pile 3? Like, pile 3 is so incredible. Like, we love pile 3. Like, they're amazing. And that's what it feels like. It's like if you have a social presence, like a platform, this is people who are really excited to be a part of that platform. You could be a trainer, you could be a boss, you could be a CEO. It's like people are glad to serve you. Like, they're just glad that they have you as their their superior, right? And so that's the energy that's coming through. It's because you're fair, but you're also a leader. You're not afraid to get in the trenches and to show, you know, I lead by example. That's what I keep hearing. I lead by example. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, and this almost flew in the fire. That's the only card that ever did that today. Not ever, but right now. That's the only card that did that, flew over there. So again, that like fiery energy. Like you're someone who's very passionate about what you do. And that's what's like the belle of the ball is what I'm hearing. Yes, you've been through some hard things, some things you didn't want to face, some things you didn't want to deal with. But I do feel like you faced them. Yeah, and some heartbreaks. Okay. Let's see how this correlates. This is interesting so far. Yeah, the King of Cups. I feel like this is you leaving. What is this popping out here? Yeah, the Three of Cups. Like it was popping out. It was interesting. But with the King of Cups here and these cards, I feel like this is what people are noticing. It's like you got rid of someone who is emotionally unavailable, someone who is just superficial and wanted to bump peepees. And you got rid of people who only are concerned about things that don't matter, right? Yeah, people who argued with you, people who created a lot of tension in your life. Like you released that. And you've come into this place. I'm going to put this behind here. You've come into this place of growing emotionally. Again, it's not the cards. I want people to understand that it's not the cards. It's the energy that I'm getting from the cards that's coming through. So I feel like someone, well, these are all reversals. And the others one had reversals as well. But it's like the energy coming from this. It feels like you've walked away from this energy. That's what it feels like to me. Okay? It's like you've had a lot of people. This is a lot of people in your life. This could have been a father. This could have been a sibling. This could have been a lover. This could have been a lover. This could have been someone you had a friendship with, a family with, you know, whatever it is. This could have been a legal trial that you had to experience. There's a lot of hardship that's coming through here. But you never lost that spark for life. And you're still willing to grow emotionally from it. Right? You've seen the hardships in life. They've messed up your life, but you're still overcoming and you're still finding a way to give back to others. You're not letting it be the make or break for you. You're not letting it be something that keeps you in really nasty energy, right? You're allowing yourself to move on. It's like that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. It's like you've really been through it. And people are gossiping about that. It's like they're talking about how maybe you had an abusive relationship, or how you had a divorce, or how you had a custody battle, or how you had, you know, a boss who took credit for your work, or how you had someone who was really vicious toward you. Right? That's what they're talking about, is all the hardships that you've been through, and yet somehow, in some way, you're still this bright light that's shining. You're still a loving person. Right? When the Three of Cups comes out, this can be a pregnancy, but it's really feels like this is growing. When we talk about pregnancies, you know, the Empress here, we start with 3 and this popped out. So again, this is like an end to it. It's like this is what you first were dealing with, is the duality side of creation. So it's like being in creation or being in destruction. And you went through destruction in order to find out how to create for your life. And that's what people are talking about. It's like you are someone that's very easily, they can relate to. And they feel like, oh, like I get pile 3, like I understand what they've gone through, but they've done something that I couldn't. They actually use their pain, they use their hardships to become a better version of themselves. And that's something that's very inspiring. And you have really, you've stood in your truth. Like for so long you were walking in a lie of others. And that's what people talk about. It's like they really were trying to impress others, or be like a nice person, or to do this or to do that. And now you've learned how to walk in your truth by understanding your heart and understanding the truth of where you're at within. You're not defending people anymore. You're not trying to convince people anymore or fight for your right to be heard. You're not trying to fight for people who don't love you anymore. You're not trying to give to people who have no emotional responsibility. You're like, look, I can love myself. Right? When we talk about the Three of Cups in the reverse, it talks about childhood neglect, having to take care of the family, having to take care of your parents, like having to be the emotionally strong one. And I feel like that's exactly what you experienced your whole life until you finally got to this place of being so broken that you were sick and tired of being sick and tired and broken that you're like, look, I got to change something. And the only thing I can change is me. So you let go of this exhaustion. And that's when the House of God came in and made you face reality. But it's through facing reality that you were able to persevere. And we'll get some more tarot on it, don't worry. We'll get some clarifiers, but this is what I'm feeling. Like, it just definitely feels like you were in a cold, dark place, like the dark night of the soul type energy for a while, right? For a long time. And then having to overcome that and get out of it was definitely difficult. It's interesting. I picked up the deck, and I have these cards in both reversals and uprights, and the Empress is coming out here in the upright. Like giving to these children. Yeah, so that's what's making me feel like there may have been children involved in here. I do feel like this wants to be out, so I'm going to put it over here on the Empress again. So it's like you have had a situation where you dealt with someone who was in their shadow energy, and you had to find the light for yourself. Right? And that's what this is saying. It's like you have overcome that for yourself. I'm going to shuffle these and see. But also healing your inner child, healing those wounds, you know. Understanding yourself deeper. Giving yourself love, giving yourself time, allowing yourself to be grounded. These are all things that may seem like it should be a part of the journey, right? Like, oh, if you're on this journey, that should just be a part of it. Like, you should do these things. But I'm sure you know, Pile 3, that it's not. It's not common to do these things. It's not easy to do these things. Oftentimes, it's very challenging to do these. You know, if this is resonating with you, please leave a green and pink heart down below and say, claim my inner child. If this is resonating with you so far. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well. See, Source, can you please give us some more clarifier cards for Pile 3? What's the gossip on Pile 3? What's the gossip for Pile 3, Source? What's going on? Yeah, I really feel like people are talking about how far you've come. Like how you've overcome some really difficult decisions and how you're like an example for them. Like, if Pile 3 can do it, then I can do it too. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups talks about networking in the Tarot Marseille, which is what I read. And so it's like talking about networking, but look, it's like through your network, you're able to save yourself, right? You had to save yourself, but it's like through your network, you're showing that I saved myself. I became the hero for myself. Maybe you tied the sheets together and you climbed out of the window here, you know, whatever it is, but you got yourself out of a bad situation. Like, it's like, that's what it's saying. You were in a very awkward, tough situation. Something that could have destroyed you. You were in a phase of destruction, but you changed. And that's what it feels like here. It's like you had to change. And because you changed, you grew into this beautiful figure that people now cherish. Like, before, it's like maybe you wanted to be cherished by people, but no one saw you in that way. And it's like you were begging for people to see you, to understand you, to know you, but no one would. And it's because of that desperation type energy. And it's maybe not something that you were consciously aware of doing, but it's like through this hardship, you were able to find out about yourself, and people are talking about the hardships that you've been through. It's not like gossip though. It feels like it's just, wow, like Pile 3 did it. So if they did it, I can do it too. Like, you overcame karmic cycles. Yeah. You became a magic person for yourself, the magician. You learned how to alchemize your life. And balance. Like, this feels like so much balance here. It's like where you were so imbalanced before, and now you're this balanced individual. You're capable of overcoming everything. You've provided everything for yourself. These are your tools to use at your leisure. We have the King of the King of Coins coming out in the reverse here. These, look at this. Look at this. You see how this king is like getting into a safe here with all these jewels? Okay? I was talking about this on another pile. He came out in another pile too, so you may have resonated with another pile, but it's like feeling like maybe I feel like you had imposter syndrome. That's what I'm feeling like. But it's like what was happening was that people around you were actually imposters, and they were stealing from you. They were stealing your wealth, your abundance, your goodness. And it's like people are now talking like they saw you leave a situation and become very balanced within yourself, and you have your coin and your money. It's like what you're standing on, your stability. It's something that you've been able to manifest here in this physical realm. Like I said, maybe you have a very high up position. You own your own business. Whatever it is that you do, you're a leader at what you do, okay? You may not have the title, but you are a leader at what you do. So maybe you've been in the position you have for a very long time, and you become a master at it. You're leading others, but you're leading others with hope. It's like others have heard your story, and they're just like, wow, like pile 3 has gone through it, but they've somehow come out better than before. Yeah, look, we have the Queen of Cups coming out in the upright. Look at this energy here. It's like you've connected with your inner soul, your higher self. You've listened to your intuition. You've listened to source. You've listened to your guidance. You're no longer questioning it. Isn't that interesting that the Queen of Cups would come out on the bottom of the deck in the upright next to the King of Cups in the reverse? This is in your past. This is your future. It's the here and the now. Right? What's behind it? Yeah, look, the 9 of Coins. Yeah. You've become so stable in your journey. You're overflowing your cup. It may be, like, the Queen of Cups is an interesting character because she's actually the only Cups card that has the cup covered, but your cup is overflowing. Even though you're not giving your emotions away willy-nilly. Like, it's like now that you've withdrawn and you're not begging for that admiration, now you're being admired, and you're kind of like, what the heck? Okay, what's peeking now? Yeah, look. Conformity. There was a lot of conformity going on, and you had to set boundaries. But it's through that you actually learned how to overcome the optical illusion of failing. We have the Queen of Swords coming out, peeking out here. Look at this. Something about spirituality coming through very high for you. You could be a psychic medium. You could be someone who gets messages from the spirit realm. But whatever it is that this is saying that you're very much channeling a higher sense of self. But look, this looks like a child here, right? She looks like a child here. It's like you're connecting with your inner child. Here we have the child connecting with the higher self. Like, this is that confirmation here. It feels like you're very much in this place of connecting with your higher self. And the gossip on you is all about you being able to see and to connect with the spirit realm in a way that others may feel like they lack. But you're very humble. You're not so, even though you're beautiful, like, you're absolutely mesmerizing. Like, you're still very humble. Like, you don't go out and think that you're above anyone else, because you know what it is to struggle. You know what it is to actually be human in this life. Like, that's how you show up, is as a human, and people just really, really are so enamored by you and the way that you do the things. That thing you do. I think that's an old 50s song. I don't actually know exactly how it goes, but I think there's a TV show on it. Yeah, Authenticity. Look at that. Authenticity with Wolf. Number 17, 8. Ending karmic patterns. You're ending karmic cycles. You're becoming the true version of yourself. That makes so much sense that this would fly out. Right? We have these situations that made you become more authentic. It's like you're a kind, gentle soul, but that doesn't mean that you have to put up with what people are going to put you through. So you had to set some really strong boundaries, and in setting those boundaries, you were able to find some sense of balance within your life. Look, we have reliability on the bottom with goat, number 19. We have 10, that's a completion. It's also an abundance of. But you're becoming a very reliable source of leadership in some people's lives. What's the gossip on pile 3? Like, that's the main gossip here, is how you're a leader in their lives. Like, is that really gossip, though? Or is that, I mean, I guess anybody talking about you would be considered gossip. But it's not, like, bad. It's not, you know? Yeah, it's, look, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishments, and career. Didn't I say 10th house in Leo or Aries? And then we have 10th house coming out on the bottom here. We have Taurus underneath that, trust, patience, and sensuality. Like, you're on your path of purpose here. You are doing what you're meant to be doing. This popped out, yang energy or yin energy. We have intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. You're receiving what's meant to be yours. And it's like the people that are talking about you, pile 3, are just absolutely in love with where you've come. Love, compassion. Didn't I say absolutely in love? And I felt like I needed to turn this over. Yeah. They're so in love with you. But you've shown yourself self-love. Like, this card talks about self-love. That's really what it means. It's being completely compassionate with self, loving oneself so deeply, understanding oneself, gifting your heart to yourself. You know, there's this deep, deep truth that's coming through here. It's like understanding your authentic self, but loving that authentic self, being able to connect with your higher self. Music, harmony. You've brought in a lot of balance and harmony into your life. You become the leader. And now you're able to be vulnerable with others and share your stories with others in such a way that they find inspiration and hope from that. It's a passion. Look, you've released, and now you're coming into your blessings. I can't with you. I'm going to get too far involved in this. I love it. I love your reading. Okay, so what do we have here? Pisces energy, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Also, going back to, you could be opening up and unlocking gifts that you might not have known before. But you're very intuitive, but you're very compassionate. Again, compassion is something that you exude, and that's what people are gossiping about, is your compassion. Your reading was really short. Let's see. I'm going to get some of these cards out for you, the Yin Yang Oracle deck. Can you please have some of these for pile 3? Yeah, seed, spring. Can you please have some more for pile 3, Source? Yeah, I feel like Source wanted these out on yours. Whoa! Okay, that was a whole bunch. Holy moly macanole. Okay, okay, okay. Well, yours is shorter than everyone else's, so whatever. Remember, awakening. Yeah, you are coming into a spiritual awakening for sure. For sure. You are waking up to who you're meant to be. Okay, so these flew over here. So you feel like those go there. Let me kind of organize this a little bit. We'll check out what we got here. Okay, so these flipped over. We have self-love, creation, and intentions. This is what people are talking about. You're creating the life of your dreams because you have good intentions and you're all about self-love. Seeds in spring. You're planting really strong seeds, like really good seeds of intention, right? Seeds of good intention, that's what it is. But it came from rejection and loss and being fragmented. Like, you had to learn your lesson. And so this is what people are enamored by, is the fact that you were still a broken soul, right? And I use that term loosely, but it's something that we can all connect with. It's like that broken soul, and somehow you became better because of it. And that's what people are just like, whoa. So let's see what these are. Comfort zone, south node, clinging. Yeah, you're letting go of that. You're coming into your north node energy, but you let go of what was comfortable for you. This really chaotic, this is chaotic energy that we're dealing with back here. Integration and union. So you're coming into being one with source, right? You could also be calling in a love to your life, right? How people were talking about in the beginning, we were talking about that, how they'd love to date you. And so there's some energy in you that around you that they want to come forward and say they want to date you. Renewal and spark. Yeah. That's what they're saying. Through the hardships, you gained a spark. Like you gained your passion. You gained a truth about yourself. And you're not afraid to move forward towards that. We have ego, vanity, and pride. I feel like this is what was keeping you in the darkness. Not that you're egoic or that you're vain or that you're proud. It's the fact that your emotional ego was keeping you in repeat patterns until you finally saved yourself. Karma, balance, justice. I can't make this stuff up. There's 80 cards in this deck, okay? So these are all in tune with exactly what we were talking about, right? Remember. Confusion, Neptune, illusions. Yeah, this is what was going on. People were confusing you. They had you in this place of illusions. I feel like you're like this flower child, like you're just a beautiful person, like you're loving and caring and kind and just the epitome of what grace is. And people were taking advantage of that and really like showing up in this really dark energy because they knew they could. And then justice finally balanced out the karma. We talked about that. You were balancing out karma. You were letting go of karmic cycles. We have earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Being grounded, becoming grounded, manifesting something in the physical realm. Limitations and fears. This is what was keeping you in those upset situations. This is what people talk about. They talk about how you let go of your limitations, how you let go of your fears. Like, the same things that you were afraid of that you let go of are the same things that a lot of people that you're leading are afraid of and they're holding on to. Trust in divine timing. Yep. Sources like, don't worry, I got you, chocolate chip. Don't trip, chocolate chip. I got you. I got you. Things are coming too, right? All is falling into place. It took time for you to get here. It took time for you to remember who you were, to remember that you had this beautiful way to connect. Guilt and sabotage. Yeah. This is what a lot of people hold on to, is this hurt, and they're talking about how you let it go. You integrated the shadow into your journey, and from that you were able to become better, release, surrender, and purge. Exactly. You've released it. You've let it go. You're no longer being captivated by it. You're no longer being held by it. You're surrendering to this process. And that's why you're such a leader, is because, like, even if it's just in your job, like, people can see the hurt in your eyes, and they see how strong you are, and they see that you still show up in a good sense, but you don't let people walk all over you, right? Maybe you're not on this deep, deep spiritual journey. That's not really what matters here. What matters is you've learned the lessons through hardship, through the South Node, that comfort place, right? Those are our karmic lessons that we need to let go of so that we can come into our true north. And it's like you learn those lessons, which you're balancing out, letting them go, no longer being in a place of sabotage, no longer limiting yourself. You're realizing that there's more for you. And it's like, just because you learn those lessons, it gives you a leg up on the journey. I can't. I just said, because we're coming into our true north, and here we have the North Node. Cosmic purpose coming out here. You let go of the South Node so you could come into your true north. That's what's going on here. Right? You're no longer being in this place of feeling like you're less than. You're glowing so bright that people are just like, I want to live life like pile 3. Why do I hear that song? I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. Is that by the Black Eyed Peas? Help me out, y'all. No, for real though, that's what's coming out. I want to rock right now. Like, yeah, people feel like you just have this way of leading them to understanding their own karmic issues and balancing them out through very simple ways. Like, you give them guidance in the usual of ways. I'm going to read your card out of the book. We'll find out what this is. Number 41, bring it into form. Look at this. Maybe you see fireflies a lot, right? You're leaving footprints for people to follow. You're on a path. You're on a journey. You're going on a path less traveled, but you're leaving a path for others to follow. Right? And it's like interesting because we were talking about this has not been an easy journey for you, and the feet are all about going forward on the path, on the journey. And that's what your card is literally just an image of the lower half of the leg. You've had to learn how to be flexible, how to trust your own stability, how to trust your mobility. Let's see what this says. Number 41, and that's 5, right? 4 and 1 is 5. That's all about change. You've allowed change to come in. I already love this. Okay. It says, beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it is time to bring these possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live, to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful. Well, okay. There's a bright light that just came out of my peripheral right now. Like, so bright. Whoa, so bright. Okay. Anyways, the world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk, thy easel, thy computer. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create. You're being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. This will help you grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. But there is also a reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience something special too. If you've been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't dally or dither about the details or worry about how it is all going to work out. The universe loves a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back as you are moved forward. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. There is sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into the limited physical form. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is so much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so you can receive your next inspiration. It is already waiting for you, so on you must go. It confirms the information that you need to translate your ideas into the form will be provided according to your higher wisdom of life. It may or may not happen by traditional routes, even if it seems unimaginable. When it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. So this is that energy again. It's like you're an inspiration to others because you're following an inspiration yourself. Right? And that confirms that. I kept talking about it. It's like you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration. And we get the card. You've been inspired. You've been inspired. You've been inspired. So I love that. Like it's like you're an inspiration to all those around you because you followed that journey. You've been inspired to come into your true north. The cosmic guidance, divine timing is at play here. You're being led into your authentic life, your authentic purpose. So we're going to check out what your sticker is. Now, this could be in relation to what we read about. This could also just be a positive message for you moving forward. So let's see what it says. Oh my gosh, look at this cute little ferret. It says, you've been doing a great job considering all you've been up against. I can't with you. I didn't know what this was. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at this little rainbow ferret. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love this. Comment down below. Say, I am amazing. Because you are pile 3. If you made it this far, you are so amazing. It doesn't matter if you didn't make it this far and this is your pile, you're still amazing. Right? just comment down below, claim it, speak it out into existence, because you're an incredible being. You've gone through so much, and look at you leading the masses. I love how different all the piles were, but I'm so glad I got to end on your pile 3. Like, you have no idea how much that makes my heart so happy. Thank you for existing. Because we need people like you in the world. Otherwise, this world would just be a dark, damp, miserable, dreary place. But it's people like you who bring beauty into the world and remind us that there's something to be grateful for. So I'm grateful for you. So this is what I have for you. If it resonated, make sure you leave me a thumbs up down below. And I'm going to take a second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, my spirit guides for coming together to give us this absolutely divine message. I loved it so much. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. And until next time, as always, stay human. Bye.